All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the finished product. She's finally all painted up. And guess what? It's running just as bad as it ever did. I've got a new issue. We had an issue a few weeks ago. I hit a clogged injector in number 7 back here. Or sorry, number 8, I guess that is. One or the other. Anyway, this back corner had a plugged injector. No, sorry, it was the driver's side. It's always the driver's side. Yeah, sorry. And anyway, truck works fine, low ends, doesn't miss a beat. As soon as you try to get rowdy with her, the thing just acts like a bag of hammers. So, had to do a little bit of redneck creating here. So I got my gauge geared up that it can't shake and move. And I got my trusty DeWalt flashlight, because when you close the hood you can't see nothing. And I've got the GoPro geared up. So we're gonna take this out for a drive and hopefully nothing moves or falls out. The camera's about $1,100. DeWalt light's probably a $100 bill, and the gauge is a $100 bill. So usually you don't go rearing around with this stuff underneath the hood, but today we're gonna, because I just need to know. So stay tuned and check out this next video. And just for the record, this is a swap truck. I'm not going to waste your time, but you can take my word for it. When this thing's idling here in the yard, that pump runs right where it's supposed to be, 55 PSI. You can dry rev it and doesn't miss a beat. So that's why I want to do this driving load test, because I got a funny feeling we are going to find something. So there, as you can see, we verified where the problem's coming from. These things can't run in low fuel pressure, so we're gonna go ahead. I just checked to see if I could get at the filter. I can't, so I'm gonna have to drop the tank. So I'll probably just drive it until it's almost out of fuel, and then that tank will come down and I'll check the filter first. But while it's down, I imagine I'll probably just go ahead and put a pump into it. So I got right down to business with this thing. Tank's dropped. The filter was fine. I could blow through it, no problem. It's not even close to being clogged. It's just like new. So I really hate when I buy these performance parts that are supposed to be better than everything else. This is an AEM pump, and you guys can check back on my YouTube. I'm not sure when exactly I installed it, but I assure you this truck has no amount of miles in the time that that pump was installed. This truck sat and got worked on an awful pile. Just recently I started using it as a daily again, and immediate issues, as you can see from the pressure test. And it's Friday, I'm here by myself, so I got the tank drained with my little Jiffy pump there, and I'm gonna jack this thing back up into place. And just as a test, before I drain the fuel out, I left my pressure gauge hooked up because I'm just using like a standard Bosch pump. There's a unit for this car, it's 2 pumps in one, and the vent line was cracked, but the pumps were fine, so I had 2 brand new pumps basically laying around, and sure enough, I hooked it up, truck fired right up, and it made a good 52 psi and didn't move at all when I revved it. So hopefully it'll have good volume up top, enough to feed this V8. I think it will, but there's pretty much only one way to find out now. All back together, fire's right up. Now we'll go for a drive here and see if it actually revs.